For the next 10 minutes or so, as the music plays, we invite you to just relax, close your eyes, rest in the presence and hold space.
Ganapataye Namo Namaha Gam Ganapataye Namo Namaha Jai Ganesha Gananata Dayaniti Sakala Vigna Karadura Hamari Jai Ganesha Gananata Dayaniti Sakala Vigna Karadura Hamari Shankam Ganapataye Namo Namaha Ram 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 Ganapataye Namo Namaha Jai Ganesha Gananata Dayaniti Sakala Vigna Karadura Hamari Jai Ganesha Gananata Dayaniti Sakala Vigna Karadura Hamari Namo
Namaste. Welcome to our weekly online Satsang. Satsang is a Sanskrit word that means community of truth. We have a Satsang whenever two or more people on the path of awakening and transformation, the flowering of the heart, come together to share their journeys, to share their presence with one another. We have a Satsang. When we come together with others who are on the path of awakening, the presence is expanded and deepened exponentially. We're strengthened dramatically by joining together. It's an essential part of the spiritual journey. So we're so glad you're here tonight. You've probably noticed that Suzanne is with us in spirit tonight, but not physically present. She's out of town this week and sends her love, and of course is with us in spirit. I'd like to invite you to give us a like or a love. If you're on Facebook Live, a heart or a thumbs up or some other emoji that fits your feelings. If you're watching on Vimeo, you could just enter in the text or the chat your name and say hi. And I like to go in at the end and see your names and send special hugs and blessings. So even if you're watching this a day, a week after we've recorded it, please go ahead and give us a like or a love, because I go in during the week and see who's dropped in and watched. So many people do watch these satsangs in the days between one Monday and the next. Throughout these live stream satsangs, we offer something called the Flowering Heart Blessing. Hridaya, Vikasa, Diksha would be the Sanskrit. Flowering Heart Blessing. It's a direct transmission of divine presence, of awakened consciousness, unconditional love and grace that catalyzes in the receiver the gift of awakening and the flowering of the heart. You're soaking in it right now. And the Divine showed us that we shouldn't charge for this, and we should let people know that when you've received it once, even as you're receiving it right now at a distance through intention, you're fully activated and initiated to share the blessing yourself. So join us tonight in holding the intention to send the Flowering Heart Blessing to everyone who joins us tonight, everyone who ever watches this video in the future will experience and receive the same grace that you and I are. And we're receiving the grace of awakening into oneness with the Divine Source and with all that is. Announcements. This coming Sunday is the last Sunday of the month, and some of you may know that we have an interfaith communion with the Cosmic Christ celebration, the last Sunday of each month. It's interfaith. Everyone is welcomed. You don't have to be a Christian. You don't even have to be a believer of anything. We have people join us from all faiths and people who have no particular faith, but feel some attraction to the Cosmic Christ, which is that spark of the divine that dwells in the heart of everything in creation. At the heart of everything in the universe is this spark of the divine presence that holds within it the blueprint for spiritual transformation. It is pure love, pure compassion. Many people are experiencing these days Christ consciousness and the heart path, a call to the heart path, who are not part of the Christian religion. And it's been that way for a long, long time. There are the followers of Isa in Islam. The Mahayana Buddhists definitely follow a heart-centered path. More and more people are coming to experience what we call Christ consciousness, oneness through the heart with all that is. And so we invite you. It's an opportunity, our communions with the Cosmic Christ, to experience the presence of the Christ in a very powerful way. There are different ways to relate to Christ. I mean, Christians certainly believe that Jesus of Nazareth 2,000 years ago is an incarnation of the cosmic Christ. The cosmic Christ itself is an aspect of the divine that has always existed and always will exist. And you're invited. We do this at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, U.S., online right here on Facebook Live, also Vimeo, also YouTube, also LinkedIn. There are multiple ways you can access this. And we would love to have you join us. This month, the subject, the meditation, and the teaching that we're going to be focusing on is that to thrive, you must know the true character of God. There's so many distortions. I want to call them perversions of the character of God, that it really gets in the way of people opening up, surrendering, yielding, and experiencing the gift of divine union. The divine is pure, unconditional love, and there is no distance at all between you and the divine. And we really will be clearing up some of the common errors about the character of God and bringing forth the true character. When we have a clear picture in our hearts of the character of the divine, it's so easy to open ourselves and receive myriad blessings. So join us if you can. Also, every Sunday we have at 2 p.m. Eastern Time our book club. And we began a few weeks ago to discuss the Tao Te Ching. The Tao Te Ching is the treatise, the life teaching passed on by Lao Tzu, considered to be the father of Taoism as we know it. And we're using the translation by Jia Fu Feng and Jane English, the 1997 version. If you'd like to join us, you can start anytime. The link to the Zoom meeting room is on our website at floweringheart.org, or you can email me and I'll send it to you personally. We do that from 2 to 3, and then at 3 we do about a half an hour of centering meditation, which is a form of contemplative meditation practice that focuses on the God within. So if you're looking for a powerful meditation practice that's very simple and leads to divine union, you owe it to yourself to check out centering. And you're welcome to join us. We also do that at 3 o'clock online on every Sunday. Or you can come to Flowering Heart Center. All of these offerings I've been talking about are taking place here in person. So, love to have you if you can join us. We like to open these satsangs to a period of questions and answers on the spiritual journey, where you can ask anything about your spiritual path, where you'd like more clarity, more insight. And if we don't know the answers, we just turn to the divine, and always the divine pours out light and inspiration to share with you, and we all benefit. So if there's anything inside you've been wondering about, you'd like some more clarity, just type it in the chat on Facebook Live or at Vimeo, and I would be delighted to receive from the divine and share with you insight. While you're thinking about what you might ask, I like to share quotations and little articles from a website called inspiringquotes.com. A group of authors who write timely, really brief articles and lists of quotes from influential figures throughout history that shed light on those topics. It seems appropriate. The one we're choosing this week is about being alone, because I find myself for this week alone here, which is very, very unusual. Suzanne and I are together a lot, but there's something very poignant about the solitude this week. And so I want to share some quotes with you. Before I read the brief article, there's a quote from Susan Sontag, and she says, "I want to be able to be alone, to find it nourishing, not just awaiting." So I'm drawing nourishment from solitude this week, not just waiting for it to end. And to assist on this is a little article, 14 quotes about the joy of spending time alone. And this is by Christina Wright, who is one of the authors who is featured on inspiringquotes.com. Christina is a coffee-fueled writer, living happily ever after with her family in the suburbs of Richmond, Virginia. So thank you for this, Christina. And let's listen to what she has to say about spending time alone. Ask any introvert, and they'll tell you there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. But you don't need to be an introvert to enjoy the solitary pleasure of doing your own thing on your own schedule. The blissful freedom and peace that come from spending time alone. Sometimes being alone can be a way for us to refill our emotional well and give time and space to our thoughts without the buzz of activity that having other people around can bring. It's also an important step in developing a creative mind. Neuroscientists have discovered that by directing our focus inward during times of solitude, we are using a different brain network than when we're engaging with others and directing our attention outward. But it isn't only artists and creators who can benefit from solitary reflection. We learn about ourselves when we choose to spend time alone. It gives us a chance to explore our thoughts and interests and develop a stronger sense of our own identity. Whether you live for those times when you can be by yourself or you simply crave a few solitary moments before diving back into the wild rumpus of social life, these quotes about being alone will remind you that sometimes we are our own best company. And here are 14 quotes that Christine has chosen to help make her point. Without great solitude, no serious work is possible. Pablo Picasso. For now, she need not think about anybody. She could be herself, by herself. And that was what now she often felt the need of. To think. Well, not even to think. To be silent, to be alone. Virginia Woolf. I live in that solitude which is painful in youth, but delicious in the years of maturity. Albert Einstein. I am now quite cured of seeking pleasure in society. Be it country or town, a sensible man ought to find sufficient company in himself. Emily Bronte. Some people are alone by circumstance. They've lost a loved one or are enduring a breakup. And others like me are alone by choice. I don't mind being alone. I don't need to fill up every moment of my day with companionship. Amy Sedaris. Fall in love with your solitude. Rupi Kaur. I love to be alone. I never found the companion that was so companionable as solitude. Henry David Thoreau. Not only is it acceptable to be alone, at times it is positively to be wished for. It is in the interludes between being in company that we talk to ourselves. In the silence, we listen to ourselves. Then we ask questions of ourselves. We describe ourselves, and in the quietude, we may even hear the voice of God. Maya Angelou. Be alone. That is the secret of invention. Be alone. That is when ideas are born. Nikola Tesla. I have to be alone very often. I'd be quite happy if I spent from Saturday night until Monday morning alone in my apartment. That's how I refuel. Audrey Hepburn. I was a man who thrived on solitude. Without it, I was like another man without food or water. Each day without solitude weakened me. Charles Bukowski. I restore myself when I'm alone. A career is born in public. Talent in privacy. Marilyn Monroe. Do not whine. Do not complain. Work harder. Spend more time alone. Joan Didion. What a lovely surprise to finally discover how unlonely being alone can be. Ellen Burtson. Lovely little reminders. It's also wonderful to be together, and here we are together this evening. So in those moments of solitude, so much can happen in quiet, and I think those of us who are regular meditators experience that on a regular basis. Sometimes when I'm sitting in silence, no thoughts, no sound, no interaction, in interior silence, just resting in the presence of God, that amazing ideas are just infused into me that I wasn't even thinking about. They're just poured into me by God. And that, I think, very often happens in those moments of solitude and silence. And actually, I've discovered as a long-time meditator that you can be in solitude and silence in a crowd. All you need to do is look within and let go in the presence. Instead of having our energies and our attention always drawn out to people and things outside of ourselves. So make some time in your life on a daily basis. If meditation sounds intimidating, just take a few moments in solitude and silence to listen to your own heart speak to you. And as Maya Angelou said, you might even hear the voice of God speak to you. So, well, Julio says, Namaste, much love and blessings to all, and as well to you and Lisa Lot. Haven't seen you guys in too long, but feel you often. Michael Christopher says, prayers for the offer I put in on house is accepted if it is God's will. We will certainly be holding that in prayer with you, Michael, in agreement that your offer is accepted unless God's got a better plan. Sometimes we have to stay open to other possibilities. It's been said that God only closes one door to open another. And that's often the case. But maybe this is the one. I hope it is. So let's see. Any comments on Vimeo? Nope. And there are no questions here yet on Facebook. I'll wait a few more minutes while you consider if you'd like us to discuss something relative to spirituality, the spiritual journey. Maybe you've been running into some obstacles or plateaus. Maybe you've had some breakthroughs you'd like to share tonight with the group. If so, please do. If not, that's okay too. This will probably be a pretty short session. I'm really saving a lot of what is in my heart to share right now for Sunday and the teaching on the true character of God, which I think is so missed. And I mean by maybe the majority of people on the spiritual path don't really understand and fully get the character of God. God is love. God is not a judge. God does not test you. You've probably heard that. God is always testing you. In the scriptures it says, let no one say when they are tested that they're being tested by God. So we'll go deeper into some of those things. It is the will of the divine that all of us come to awakening, come to divine union, be liberated from suffering. It is the will of the divine to heal all of us. If we knew that, if that truth was established in our hearts, we would receive so much grace and miracles in our lives. So, tune in on Sunday, but I'm not gonna reveal much more than I just said, just to give you a sense of where we're going with it. Well, it looks like I haven't enticed anyone to say anything. It's probably because Suzanne's not here. Thank you for all those loves. I can see there are a number of you here with us. Is there anything you've been puzzling over, wondering about? Well, this is very rare indeed, to not have any questions on Vimeo or Facebook. So, that being the case, we're going to move on. So go ahead, close your eyes, invoke the presence. This presence within you is the entire Godhead itself. The outer world is merely a reflection of the inner world. In your inner world, within you, is the fullness of the divine presence. This presence within you is pure love, pure grace, pure light. And it yearns like a loving parent to take you into its embrace, to dissolve the veils of blindness and ignorance that have kept us from realizing that in our essence we are one with the Source. essence, we are enlightened. It's not out there somewhere for us to journey far and wide to seek it. It's been inside all the time. This presence yearns to flood your spirit with light, to enlighten your inmost being. When your heart begins to flower, that light starts to shine in your spirit and fill you with the divine light, and it shines out into the soul layer of your being, the realm of the mind, the thoughts, the feelings, the programming, and it just washes it clean and floods you with divinely inspired thoughts, plans, feelings, ideas. It will shine out into your physical body and heal your diseases if you will just allow it and receive. So drink in the presence that's pouring out to you right now. It's pouring out of the center of your being like rivers of living waters. It's pouring down from above like a waterfall. It's flooding you from every direction. Just breathe it in. Drink it in. All psychological suffering is the result of feeling separation from the divine source itself. And that is an illusion of the mind. Let the divine dissolve that right now. There's nothing you need to do now except just receive and allow God to work in you. Breathing it in. Drink it in. There's no limit. The divine is holding back no blessing from you. The divine is constantly and in this very moment pouring out to you light and love and grace and healing to dissolve your suffering. Not only your psychological suffering, but your physical disease and pain. Let the presence flood your body with healing grace and flow out into your relationships to heal them and make them right, to shine through you from your heart out through all the layers of your being out into the world like a lighthouse everywhere you go, catalyzing others to begin their journey of awakening just by getting close to you. Enlightened consciousness, positive consciousness is infinitely more powerful than negative. Just let the divine shine through you. There's nothing to do but allow, receive. Just let go The celestial sun at the center of your being exerts an irresistible gravitational pull, just like the sun at the center of our solar system. If you weren't in the Earth's gravitational field, it would pull you right into the sun. So let go and open yourself to the light of the celestial sun within you, and without any effort on your part at all. This gravitational pull we call love will draw you deeply into itself and transform you. Imagine us now sitting in a circle together, a blessing circle. Lift up your hands with your eyes still closed, your palms open, facing forward, as we ask together, all of us, for the divine presence to pour through us the flowering heart blessing to everyone else in the circle. You don't need to know how to do it. The divine is doing it. Just hold the intention. Invite the divine to pour the blessing through you. As it flows through you, it transforms you. More blessed to give than to receive is the divine blessing. As it's flowing through your being, through your body, through your hands, to everyone else in the circle, it's flowing back to you through all of them. Visualize in the middle of our circle the planet Earth, that beautiful translucent blue jewel, a speck in space, alive and conscious the Earth is. Let us hold the intention that the divine will heal all the scars that have been inflicted upon this planet. Let us hold the intention that hatred and violence will be dissolved in the hearts of all 8 billion some humans on this planet. That the heart of every human being will be flooded with the light of the flowering heart blessing to dissolve fear, to dissolve anger, to dissolve hatred, to dissolve all violence, to bring an end to war throughout the whole world. You could hold the image of 8 billion some little lights dotting the surface of the beautiful blue planet Earth. Each of those spots of light, a human heart with the divine dwelling in it. And see those specks of light growing brighter and brighter and brighter, flooding the Earth with golden white light. Bringing the dawn of a new golden age. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. To humanity, peace to the earth. Whatever burdens you've brought with you to this blessing circle tonight, put them in the center of the circle and let them go. That house you made the bid on, whatever concerns any of us have brought, just leave them in the middle of the circle and let us take a strong intention that the divine presence itself will take your cares for you. Cast your cares upon the Lord, for He cares for you. Give it to God and let go. And let us all together agree that these needs, these problems are solved. And we leave them in the hands of God in faith and trust, with gratitude, heartfelt thanksgiving. Now you could just relax your hands in your lap somewhere. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and begin to make direct eye contact with me as we dive into the light meditation. During this meditation, I'm flooded with oceans of light, life, unconditional love and grace. It's pouring through my entire being to you, especially through my eyes, which mystics have called the doorways, the windows of the soul. The light streams out through my eyes, in through your eyes. If you just keep making eye contact, don't look away, just relax and keep looking. The light will stream in through your eyes into your heart of hearts, causing the light of awakening and the flames of divine love to burn brighter and brighter and brighter within you, bringing transformation and awakening. Nothing for you to do. Just keep looking, relax, and receive. as long as you like, as long as it feels good. Or you could find a place nearby to lie down, where you can lie down comfortably with your eyes closed, lying on your back, with your arms loosely at your sides, your palms open, turned upward, and just let yourself dissolve in the presence in gratitude. We love you so much, so much. Until we meet again, know that the divine within me beholds the divine within you. And I bow to you. Namaste.